That sucked. So after everything from yesterday, the Padres lose to the Royals here tonight, returning home to Petco Park, starting the stretch of 16 games at home in their final 22 before the All-Star break. And as of now, the Padres have actually fallen out of a playoff spot in the National League. Now, we know it's early. They're not even at the halfway point, but the Padres are not playing well. They've lost now 8 of 11 as the Royals have won 4 straight, and they take game 1 of this series. So let's react to it over the next hour. John and Jim with you on the wrap-up show. Please subscribe. As you know, we have year-round content for you. Smash that like button for us. You can follow us on X at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. We see the first super of the night. We'll get to them all tonight. Thank you, Ballpark Pretzel. But click that $ below the chat box. We'll get to your super chats. We always appreciate that. If you want to become a member, you can click the join button down below. Tatis return, that was good. Xander, I mean, his run is unbelievable over the last 3 games, but Padres just don't have enough. They come back, Jim, from 4-0 down. They get a Manny Machado home run, and they still lose tonight to the Royals at home. They lose to Michael Lorenzen and the Royals at home 6-5 as this skid just continues here in the middle of June.
Pretty disappointing after everything that transpired over the last 4 days, and especially last night. You thought, all right, maybe this is the moment that galvanizes this team to go on another run and at least start playing better baseball. I'm not saying, hey, they need to go and win 8 in a row, but just play better baseball. And tonight, Bobby Witt hits that home run in the first inning, and then Jonathan India hits that 3-run homer, and then they're looking up the entire rest of the game, and then they tie it. Like, to their credit, their offense tonight actually looked decent, other than the fact they couldn't hit off Michael Lorenzen. But once they got in that bullpen, then it was like, all right, they're doing some damage here. But they, yes, the disappointing part, obviously, from the Padres' perspective, is they got shut down by Michael freaking Lorenzen.
And how many times have you heard me say that, like, the Jason Adams has been overused? He now leads baseball in appearances. He was not sharp. Salvador Perez basically has the big hit in this game to give the Royals a lead. They would tack on. They needed to tack on because of the Machado home run there in the 9th inning. And, Nick Pivetta, who had been so good, like you said, the 2 home runs allowed, he doesn't make it out of the 5th inning. So this has now become a theme. It's not just the youngsters that have pitched well, like the Koleks and the Bogaerts, that aren't given the rope. Now you have Pivetta, who went just 4 2/3 innings. You're going to lose Suarez at some point due to this 3-game suspension. Maybe it gets lowered to 2 on appeal, but you're going to lose him for a couple of days. And you lose this game to Kansas City. I mean, this is a series coming in. You have to find a way to win, it feels like. I mean, Kansas City a week ago just lost 6 consecutive home games. They got swept in a homestand. And now they've picked themselves up off the mat, and they have some nice pieces, but their bullpen is not good, and the Padres capitalized, but not fully. So, listen, it is one game like they all are. We'll see what they do over Saturday and Sunday. I'm not going to go crazy tonight because I'm just thinking about where we are. But at some point, like I said it today, they got to get going now. This is not the 11-11 stretch to get into the All-Star break with. They're now 0-1 to start those 22 games. It's not going to define their season, but I mean, guys, we're all watching the same team, and they're not playing like they did when they were 14-3. Like you said, there were some good offensive signs tonight at times, but Adam, Pivetta, just not good enough against what's been a kind of average Kansas City team this year.
They're 8-11 in June overall.
Okay,
8-11 in June. But it's the recent stretch that's the most disappointing, and the start of the stretch they have until the All-Star break tonight, it's when it became like very important that they start off on a good foot. Now, again, they can end up winning the next 2 days, and you will absolutely take it. Absolutely take it. You're not going to sit here and be like, man, can't believe they didn't win Friday night. Like, no, you get out of the series with a series win. You say, thank you, we're done.
Yep.
That's all dependent on, like, they got to win the next 2 days, So I thought tonight was just, what was that?
I'm trying to retweet your tweet from John and Jim.
I just thought tonight was just disappointing from a lot of standpoints. 1, they couldn't hit Michael Lorenzen. 2, Jason Adam clearly overworked, clearly overworked. Once again, comes in because the starter can't go past 5 innings, can't even complete 5 innings, and you have to go to your bullpen, and he gives it up, And the thing about Nick Pivetta tonight, you can be pissed off at Nick Pivetta all you want. That's fine. But the reality is, Nick Pivetta's got to be better. And that's not fair to Nick Pivetta because Nick Pivetta didn't come here to be the team's ace. He came here to be a 3 or a 4. And truthfully, for a 3 or 4, he's doing his job. He's doing exactly what you want out of a 3 and a 4. The problem is they're 1 in their 2, or 1 in their 3. They're hurt. So now every time Nick Pivetta goes out there and has a clunker like tonight, it gets magnified even more because what you're wanting Nick Pivetta to do is to be that ace when in reality, he's not that guy.
Yeah, that's extremely well said. I mean, Pavetta's done his job. Okay, but this season he's done his job. He was upset with himself multiple times. He was upset in the first inning on the Witt home run. He was mad at himself after the India home run. I mean, India did not get cheated on that and had a really good night overall and is a good veteran hitter. It was good. And then the Tatis thing that was playing out here tonight, a couple of things. First of all, the good news, Tatis, I mean, he's back in the lineup. He's your leadoff hitter. Yeah, I mean, this thing, worst case, is like 12 weeks, and he's back in the next day. So that's a credit to Tatis, training staff for getting this guy on the field. And then it is deja vu and clockwork. He just gets pitched in constantly. It happened in either his first or second plate appearance, I forget. Then it happened again late. I mean, there was a wild throw that was up and in that was nowhere. I mean, missed the strike zone by 3.5 feet or whatever. He got out of the way. And that happens with Tatis. But I mean, I don't know. The way he's being pitched right now, it's like, how many more times is this guy going to be hit? Because it doesn't feel as if anyone has any level of concern related to the health of Tatis. They're just going to pound this guy in, even if it's reckless. And that's not just LA. I mean, we've seen this play out with him, by the way. Like, think back to well before the Dodgers series. This is how he is being pitched, and included tonight. Now, he wasn't hit, thankfully, tonight. But it's just something to keep our eye on. Like, the way that Fernando Tatis Jr. is pitched to is almost unlike any other batter in their lineup right now. And we saw that play out a couple of times again here tonight against Kansas City.
Yeah, clearly the scouting report on Tatis is in on the hands, up and in. The thing is, the Dodgers, they take it to another extreme.
They took it too far. Yep.
They take it to an extreme, but every other team, that's the scouting report, and Royals, I know they know what happened last night because everybody in the baseball world knows. And they're going to continue to pitch. I mean, you're right. Every team, every pitcher is going to pitch inside of Tatis.
Yeah.
It's just kind of weird how the Dodgers are the only team that doesn't have control. Anyway,
I mean, he got extended on that. Yeah, I mean, he hit a ball 1,000,000 miles an hour when he flied out to center in one of his at bats. He did walk a couple of times. This was not some bad night for Fernando Tatis Jr. It's good to have him in that lineup. But they put it up. They put the graphic up on Apple TV. They're like, this is the longest homerless drought of his career, and it's by far the longest in a single season. There was also a stretch where he from the end of one year to the beginning of another. But the number, I forget what the number is now, plate appearances or ABs. It's a crazy number. I think he's through 21 consecutive games without hitting a home run. I mean, that's an absurd number of games. That's 1/8 of a season Fernando Tatis Jr. is not homered in right now. So it's something that we're going to continue to monitor, obviously, moving forward.
And he's not even close. He's not oh, I just missed that one. Oh, I just missed that one. Oh, that flat out to the deepest part of the park and caught of the wall. Oh, he got robbed. I can only remember maybe 1 or 2 instances in the last 21 games where he almost got it. But even in San Francisco, it still was in front of the warning track.
Yeah, he thought he got that. I mean, he hammered that ball. But you're right. There's been a couple of balls that have been well hit. But, I mean, you're expecting majestic home runs. I mean, you're expecting 450 feet from Tatis, not 350 feet. And we haven't seen a lot of 350 feet balls hit by Tatis here over the last 20 games. All right, let's get to some of these Super Chats. Guys, if you are here, and there's about 500 of you here right now live, please subscribe. Year-round content for you. I forget where we are. We've had so many subscribers here over the last week. So please subscribe to this channel as we are approaching 8,800 subscribers. So please help us get to 8,800 subscribers on this channel. And thank you for the super chats. We appreciate your support of the channel. We'll get to those on screen, like this one from Ballpark Pretzel, who says Padres are officially out of a playoff spot. Fire. Interesting uses of the fire emoji. I like that. Fire AJ, as opposed to just saying fire AJ. Well, it's only game whatever. So there's time to get back into playoff positioning, but they are technically right now a half game out of a playoff spot. We've said the National League has been good. That continues to be the case. We've said the Padres have work to do. That continues to be the case. There's no resting on laurels. They're not just going to cruise into the postseason. That's true. They'll have to play well to get to the postseason.
And I see this excuse in the chat from Jorge. They're coming back home from a highly emotional game. The bullpen is tired, relaxed. So what do you say about the Dodgers when they won tonight off in a highly emotional game? I don't want to hear those excuses. I don't want to hear it. The fact of the matter is they're professionals and they have to turn the page. And
we worried about this. You're right.
Yeah,
you are 100% right. You're right. And it's true. It was a concern. And I wanted them to match Kansas City's and you knew Kansas City had a chance to get out in front early in this game. It just felt like that.
Yep.
And to the Padres' credit, they got back into it. But close but no cigar doesn't work in baseball. That's the thing about this game, man. You get to 4-4 at home like that, got to win. Yep. You get a Machado home run, you got to, you know what I mean? We say this all the time. They've wasted some of these, 2-out RBI base hits. Gavin Sheets, 2-out RBI base hit. Manny Machado, two-out ground rule double, right? Like you're coming through, but just not to the full extent. And it feels like part of me was like, well, they did some things where it looked like they won tonight, and then they end up losing 6-5. And you're right, it's not good enough.
And they're still waiting for that 2-3 run home run.
Yes,
they're not getting it at a consistent. When's the last time I had a 3-run homer? Was it in Toronto?
I think how many they hit this year? 2,
if that.
2 or 3. It's at least 2, but it's not a lot.
It's not a lot, and that's a big problem when you go down by multiple runs. Is you're not getting that 2-run homer. You're not. You got to chip away, and hope you get a big hit. That you hope that big hit's a home run, but they're just not even getting close to doing that. Machado's homer tonight, solo home run.
Yep.
It's like I know he let off the inning, but
yep.
This team has got to get some home runs with guys on base. Gots to. And if they're not, it's going to be very difficult for this team.
Completely. And again, they're missing Merrill and Tatis. Maybe he's not 100%, but guys, we're at the point of the year where it's like time to go. Like you're 80 games into your season. Let me get to this super chat here from Rocket. Thank you, Rocket. He says, deja vu. Tatis almost did again, as we talked about. One part of the team does his job, the other doesn't. Bad pitching and terrible situational hitting in the 8th. I'm trying to remember the 8th. So it was a Diaz walk. It was that Tyler Wade flare single. I mean, you get Diaz and Wade on another example. It's like Diaz and Wade reach back-to-back safely, and then you've got Tatis arise, and you can't capitalize in that spot. There was a big spot, I want to say, for Manny as well in whenever it was, before the ground rule double, maybe in the 5th or 6th inning when he struck out or didn't come through. It's just they had plenty of chances in this game. And you're right, their offense was fine. I mean, they scored 5 runs. It's not you should win when you score 5 runs. They had 14 at-bats with men in scoring position, Jim. 4 for 14, not the worst thing you've ever heard. 14 at-bats, but they leave 10 on. So they had opportunities in this game for more than 5 runs. They just didn't fully capitalize.
Yeah, that 8th inning, Iglesias pops out. There's 1 out. Diaz walks. Tyler Wade gets that bloop single to left. So now you got 2 on, 1 out. Tatis then breaks his bat, shatters his bat.
Yeah.
That
second
to second, and then the Arise grounds out to second. So it's like that's the moment where you're like, all right, Toddy, let's go. And we are now 21 games since his last home run. They even mentioned it on the broadcast. I think it was like 70 something at bats since his last home run.
It's up to 80
at bats since his last home run. That's wild. 20. I mean, what was his longest streak of his career before this?
They had it in the broadcast, but it was around 70. It was over 2 years.
Okay.
It was September of 1 year into April or whatever of the next.
That doesn't count.
Yeah, this is by far the longest he's ever had in a season.
Yeah, and the thing that's a little concerning about it is like I said, he's not even close. Not even close. Like he's not hitting the ball in the air. He's not driving it to the warning track. Like he's pounding everything into the dirt. Like it's not even it's not even close. Now again, is tonight on Tatis. No, they put up 5 runs. You got to win that game. But we look to their stars to perform, and they had a moment there in the 8th inning with 1 out, 2 on. Didn't get it done. But if you're looking at like who to blame tonight for the loss, it's the pitching, it's the bullpen once again, and I'm not once again, but it's the bullpen because once again you get no length out of your starters, and even if you did, still Adams got to get through there, but he's being used too much, and when he's used too much, he's going to have innings like that.
Yeah, you just hate to go to Jason Adam in a tie. Like the whole point of throwing Adam, throwing the A team, so to speak, in a tie game at home is you got to have a clean inning. And obviously it was far from it. And then you end up losing and it just sucks. You're using guys you're trying to use when you're winning and you're pacing to win a game and then you use them and you don't win. And that's happened a lot, man. This is the first time the Padres have played a game in their last 19, they didn't lead in. So the first time in the last 19,
right.
They didn't lead in, and they were tied, but they didn't lead in it. James appreciates you. He says, I've been meaning to ask. On Monday's broadcast, they announced that the games will be brought to you by UC San Diego. Does that mean we have a TV deal now? No, they have a sponsorship for that Padres.TV deal, but no, it doesn't impact the TV deal. I mean, it certainly creates some amount of revenue for the Padres, but no, that's not going to solve any financial hurdles, I wouldn't think.
No, it's like the wrap-up show. When we get a new sponsor, we put it on the top of the screen.
I mean, they're not going to go out and extend, Michael King tomorrow, I wouldn't think. And I don't think tomorrow's a good day to extend Michael King either way.
You can't throw.
Dylan, thank you for the super. He says, Padres only won 1 series this season after losing the first game. Interesting. Haven't won back-to-back games since the Giants. Might lose 4 straight series. That's interesting. A year ago, someone looked that up. I mean, if you look it up, you notice in 2024, remember this, Jim? They lost so many series openers in 1 series. It happened all the time. There were like 8 straight series they lost the opening game and won the series, something like that. It was ridiculous how many series they won after dropping the first game. Apparently, according to Dylan, that's not been the case here this year. I mean, they're going through it. Like, look at these 18 games from the stretch of 17 into tonight. I think they're like you had a number. I mean, they're 7-11 now in their last 18 games. Like they're just going through it. They've come back towards 500, and it's disappointing.
It is. They are giving away game after game here recently. They're 14-3 start, and what did Kevin's today put this in perspective? If they continue to play the way they have played over the last
40
games. So the last 40 games, their winning percentage is like what, 440?
Said 405 coming in, so it's probably about 400, if not like 399 or something right now.
All right, so they have a 400 winning percentage over the last 40 games, all right? It's not a small sample size. If they continue to play at that clip until the All-Star break, they enter the All-Star break under 500. Think about that.
Right. Yeah.
So if they are going to continue to play the way they've been playing over the last 40 games, they will be a under 500 team heading to the All-Star break, going out of the All-Star break into a 10-game road trip before the trade deadline. That's why this stretch is the most important stretch of your season to date, because if you can't take advantage of 16 of 22 at home, and not against like some juggernaut teams either, Royals, White Sox, or not the White Sox, Nationals, excuse me. Arizona again. I think who else did they play? I know they play Philly
twice, Cincinnati
twice. Oh yeah, Cincinnati. But I mean, like at home. Who do they play at home? I'm missing one team. Oh, Texas.
Texas Rangers. Yeah,
Texas. You can't play good baseball in that stretch, man. I don't know if you deserve as a team. I don't know if I don't think you deserve AJ Preller to go out and like make all these moves to try to salvage this season for you guys, because you need to show him something. The start of the season, that was a long time ago. All right, long time ago.
Yeah, there's two there's two different. I've said this a lot recently. There's two different 50 and 50 teams. The team that was at one point 10 under, and the team that at one point was 10 over. The Padres are the latter. They were 12 over. They were 12 over. Now they're not at 500, thankfully. They
But they're
have a
close.
little bit of margin, but man, that margin is running out. That rope is getting thin. It is now time. I agree with you. It's like you can't afford getting swept at home by someone over this 22 game stretch. Like you cannot have that happen, and that includes this Kansas City series that's playing out right now. HBBV, thank you, man, for the super. It says Manny has same homer as team. Foul territory. Maybe the podcast sided with San Diego. What, on the back and forth, the tit for tat? I didn't hear anything. That would surprise me, actually.
Hey, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
HBBV, you're a loyal listener to the show. If you're going to send in super chats, you need to make sense, my guy. Like, I'm sorry. This happens every time with you, and we appreciate your support, but you got to make sense. You make no sense, dude. You make no sense.
Like, yeah, I don't know if it's just maybe put it through ChatGPT or something.
Like, are you like, what's wrong, bro? Please, like put a cohesive sentence together to make sense.
I think he might be younger.
I don't care.
Patrick, I appreciate you, HBB. Veebs, you're always here. We appreciate
you. Right, but come on, man. We don't understand you. What are we doing?
We don't understand. We want your super chats to go further. Help us discuss what you want us to discuss.
99% of the time, we're trying to decipher what you're saying.
Exactly. Patrick, appreciate you, man. He says, "Hey, boys, walks killer for us. I'm keeping the faith." Yeah, they were, including in that 8th inning against Jason Adam. It's not a time to lose faith. That's not now, but this is the stretch where your faith is going to be tested, is the point.
Yeah.
Like to Jim's point, this is the important stretch, or to Kevin's point, you can't play 400 baseball. I don't know what it's going to take to feel good about this team, but I have a feeling that if they get to the All-Star break and they're like 4 games over 500 or worse, you're not going to feel great about where they stand. So got to get it back up to 8, 9, 10 over. And with each passing loss, it seemingly is harder and harder. There is no Yu Darvish tomorrow. There is no Michael King tomorrow. Jackson Merrill could be soon. It could be Sunday, Monday on Merrill, which is encouraging, hopefully, and beneficial. Trade deadline is a month plus away. There's no guarantee they're going to upgrade this team in the days ahead. So, I don't know. It's like, what are they waiting for? Because we're all waiting. So if they don't play well, our faith will be tested in the weeks ahead.
And not Tatis. Merrill, not expected to return until after this series, potentially.
Who said that?
I'm just throwing that out there as a question mark.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
When's he supposed to return?
Didn't Kevin say he was clear for baseball activities with us today?
Yeah, he did baseball activities today, but you need to ramp it up.
Yep.
Sunday, I think he's eligible to come off the IL.
Yep. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe it'll take an extra day.
We'll see, but I'm not going to expect him to be the savior and have this team just start rolling when he gets back. A little bit of interesting news coming out of Petco Park. I don't know if you saw this, John. Marty just tweeted out this. Let me pull it up. That they caught up with Michael King post-game, who says he, quote, absolutely will pitch for the Padres this season.
Okay.
Great.
That means double down on that.
That's great. When, though?
Yeah, well, it'll be after the All-Star break, obviously.
It will absolutely be after the All-Star break.
Which, again, still provides you a lot of time. I mean, they'll get to the All-Star break, like you said, okay, 21 more games. So, you'll be in that high 90s. You'll still have 60-something games. So, I mean, he could be very useful. I mean, very, very useful over that stretch. But they're going to need him after the All-Star break, in quick manner. Not September 1, July 25th, or whatever, July 20th. So they're going to need him in quick manner. I agree with that. And the idea that he's going to pitch again, well, I mean, they need him to pitch again. I hope that's accurate, that he's going to pitch again.
I hope so too. And I hope it's sooner rather than later. I hope it's not. I don't think we're going to be sitting here being like, man, it's too late when he comes back, or if he comes back. But if he does not come back soon-ish and say he comes back like August 1st.
Mm-hmm.
And we're past the deadline. They made maybe one move, but they're like 1 or 2 games under 500 and they're 4 games out of a playoff spot. I mean, you're like, all right, it's go time, and you need Michael King to be ace-like right away.
Right. You're asking for a lot. Paul, thank you. He says, pro tip, when Jim calls you, quote unquote, my guy, you know you effed up. Listen.
If you guys saw our mentions, specifically my mentions over the last
more Jim. It's really
days,
not mine.
No, it's not you. It's actually all me. Well, it's this channel, but I actually like look at it and I laugh, and then when I respond, the people that think that they're getting under my skin and making me upset really aren't. But yeah,
HBBV said he was unsubbing by.
Okay, did I say anything that was like not a fact? I mean, it needed to be said, dude. It's gone on too long, bro. You make no sense. We appreciate you, but you make no sense, dude.
This is what, like Jim just said, it's been a long ass week for us. I mean, we're doing our day job. We're doing the night job. We're watching freaking all this shit play out all week. All they do is lose.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a lot. It's a lot. So it's not. Yeah. Don't unsubscribe. If he did unsubscribe, that wasn't the purpose of what Jim was saying, but
you made no sense, my guy. He didn't.
All right. We do want you guys to support the channel and also support our title sponsor, Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance. If you've got an insurance need, get in contact with Mark. Loyal Padre fan. He's been texting with us all week long. I've got 3 insurance policies through Mark, and you can as well. I've got homeowners and earthquake and life insurance. He does auto as well. Get free quotes by clicking the link in the description down below. You can call Mark. He'll talk to you about the Padres. He'll talk to you about saving money on your insurance if you ever need him. What separates him from the rest of the insurance agents that maybe you've dealt with is his great service and communication. So if you ever need him, he's going to be there for you. If you have to file a claim, we did. He saved us a ton of time and money. So if you support this channel, please support our title sponsor, Mark Nimitz, by clicking that link in the description down below.
Yeah, all his information is on that little ticker there. And Nimitz at farmersagent.com. And you reach out to Mark, let him know that John and Jim from the Wrap-Up Show sent you.
What a week, dude.
I know.
What a week is what I would say. By the way, I don't know how much easier this is getting over the weekend. I mentioned it today on John and Jim, and they actually interviewed him on the Apple TV broadcast. The guy pitching tomorrow, Noah Cameron. I mean, really I know good. It's only 7 games. He's got a 1.9 in 42 1/3 innings. He's been a dominant left-handed pitcher. His whip is 0.9 this year. So, yeah, what it means is Dylan Cease's got to be good. Like, this is not the night to fall behind 4-0 like they did today, because this Cameron cat has been really, really good. And then, oh, by the way, on Sunday, you're facing old friend Seth Lugo, who's put together back-to-back good years and has a 3 ERA right now with Kansas City. And then the Royals have gotten hot. They've won 4 consecutive games. I kind of like their lineup, truthfully. And we saw that on display throughout the course of this game here tonight.
You know what I like about the Royals?
Bobby Witt.
Besides Bobby Witt Jr. I'm sorry. I don't even care what anybody says. I love me some Bobby Witt Jr.
You really do.
But other than the greatness of Bobby Witt Jr., their jerseys are 10 out of 10.
Oh,
at least these ones tonight.
Best. Yeah, it's like so 80s.
Yeah, the baby blue, it's perfection.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Completely agree with that. All right, let's get to let's spend a few minutes on Xander. We absolutely need to and should. Thank you.
Greatest player ever.
Thank you for the super. I don't know if it says like why not or why not, but thank you, man, for the super. He says, Xander, 8 in a row, by the way, equaling a Padres record. He puts it in there. This is the life Peter thought he was planning for us. That's true. I mean, Xander, the numbers speak for themselves in Boston. Very, very productive player, obviously. All-star caliber player a lot in Boston. Something's clicked here. This is not an accident, what's played out over the last 3 games. He looks confident. He's been confident. He's had a lot of career success, by the way, against Michael Lorenzen. That played out again here today. Now, in the 9th inning, it was finally ends the streak. He was looking for a 9th consecutive hit in an at-bat. It would have been a Padres record. It would have been a big spot for one there in the 9th inning. But incredibly, 8 hits in his last 9 at-bats as Xander has just flipped the script over the course of 3 days, Jim. He really has. The last 72 hours, Xander has changed the story a little bit, and just cross your fingers and hope that continues moving forward.
Ryan Payne on Twitter, really good follow. He said Xander's gone from a 76 WRC plus to a 91 WRC plus in less than 48 hours.
Wow. So, I mean, it's been good, man.
So he's gone from like way below league average to almost league average.
He's still got a little bit to go there too.
Just a little bit, but it's funny. Me and you were texting back and forth, and I was even watched the game with Aaron tonight.
We're like,
I was like, Xander's the greatest player ever. I mean, he's literally the greatest player ever.
And then he looks confident.
And then he gets out in the 9th inning. I'm like, he sucks.
Yeah, like whatever. Xander's he's washed.
But you are right. He looks completely different. I don't feel like this endless despair, at least for the last 7 at bats, not counting the, I don't feel like automatic out. I feel like he's actually going to come through. He's hitting the ball all over the field. It's not just pull happy. He had a couple hits tonight to right. He's hit balls in the gap with power. That home run the other night, like he's hopefully putting it together where he does have a month stretch where he looks really, really good. I hope so. I hope for the Padres' sake, I hope he does because they need him. They need somebody to like get really hot other than Manny Machado.
It would be again, nobody's saying he's got to hit 450, or better, which is what he's done the last couple of days. But I don't know, look like the player that you've looked like previously. Not necessarily here, but maybe it's still in there, man. For a half year, that would go a long way. Yeah, like the little engine that could.
Come on, little guy, you got this.
I would imagine he'll sleep better tonight. I bet he slept better last night. He definitely has more confidence right now, and hopefully that continues. Jeff, what's up, man? Jeff West, our designer for the wrap-up show. We used the Star Wars graphics, Jeff. Not sure if you were with us on John and Jim, but we had those up for a couple hours today, so thank you, man, for that. Not the greatest Star Wars night at Petco, but I think the weekend is Star Wars weekend. So
best. It was my favorite graphic you've ever made for us, Jeff.
Wow, how about that, Jeff?
I wish I actually kind of want to like put it up there every single day, but it wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, I don't know what else they have coming. Yeah, But he says Manny now at 1,989 hits. What series does he get to 2K? It could be
before the All-Star break. Yeah, before the All-Star. Maybe break. Honestly, probably like unless he just starts ripping off 3 for 4s.
Where's the road trip? Is it Cincy Philly or Philly Cincy?
Cincy Philly.
So 5 games left in the homestand.
Yeah, probably one of those series.
Yeah, I mean, in theory, it could be this homestand. I'll say the first road series, Jeff. I'll say in Cincinnati, he will surpass 2,000 hits. He's already passed 350 home runs. What is it, 354 now? That guy's red hot. Guys, so they said something on the broadcast after his homer in the 9th. It's like, that's his 9th home run in his last 12 games. I'm like, oh, my. He's scorching hot. And it's like, oh, just kidding. It's his 9th home run in his last 27 games.
Right. And then
still good.
They showed the production from the team since I think it was like May 24th. Did you see that graphic? It was like
Sheets and Machado.
Yeah, Sheets and Machado combined like 9 home runs and 50 RBIs or something like that. And then it was like rest of the team 5 home runs and 50 RBIs. I was like, ooh, that's not good.
It's coming, Jeff. To your point, it's coming soon. This is interesting from some surfer who says, I hate Apple TV. Once I throw it on, I like it. Is it the greatest commentating? It was fine. It's not the best. It's never going to be the home team broadcast when you get these national games. It's never going to feel that same way. But I love the Manny with 2 outs and runners in scoring position, 406. They pop that right up, or chance of reaching base. I like the graphic package. Other than having to pay $9.99 a month for it, I like it. So that's not Apple TV's fault that I have to pay $9.99 a month, or maybe it is. But once I throw it on, I enjoy it.
So Aaron made a fantastic point tonight. By the way, Aaron did not like the Apple TV broadcast at all.
What did she not like about it?
This is what she didn't like about it. One, she's so used to Padres.tv. She's like, she was like perplexed why the score bug was in the top left instead of the bottom right.
It's different. It's
She
definitely
didn't
different.
like it. She did not like that. Next thing she did not like, which made so much sense, and I never like thought about it before.
Okay.
But on the Padres.tv broadcast and the score bug, it says like who's pitching and then who's hitting, and it says, I believe it says, if I'm not mistaken, next to the name of the batter, like the position of the order that batter is, like number 9 hitter, number 1, number 2.
It doesn't say it on Apple.
And it doesn't say it on Apple. And she goes, where are they at in the batting order? Because she doesn't know any Royals players, right? So she's like, where are they at in the order? She like didn't get it. And I was like, you know what? That's a good point. Because I don't know either. The only people I know on the Royals are India, Witt, and Salvador Perez.
Yeah.
And Pescanita. Or how do you say his name?
Yeah, Pascantino or whatever.
Pascantina, yeah, whatever.
Whatever
He's good. Yeah. But that's it.
Yeah,
and so I'm like,
I feel like they want it clean. They put like nothing on the screen.
But sometimes you need to put a little something on the screen to let you know.
So, okay. So are you saying you do like it or you don't like it at the end of the day?
End of the day, it's fine. I'm not going to say it's
fine.
The best part about it is like the cameras. Everything else, I'm like, meh. So if I'm going to like watch a game, I need more than just the cameras to be good. I need like at least something else to couple with it, like preferably the broadcast. Which, by the way, the Alex,
Faust,
Alex Faust, who we've had on our show, he's fantastic. He's fantastic. Ryan Spielborg, I think it was his color. He's not a big fan.
No, he talks a lot. I don't love the way he sounds, but actually, when you listen to him, this is my theory. I don't have a problem with him. It's a little unconventional, but as far as national color announcers go, I actually think he's better than average.
Okay.
That's my 2 cents on it. Again, it's a little unconventional. He talks a lot, and he's got an interesting like pitch to his voice, but
right.
I don't know. Nobody likes national TV broadcasts. I happen to prefer Apple over some of the other national alternatives. JD Castro, thank you, man. He says the Royals, Caglione, right? Reaching the majors so quickly is impressive. 1 year ago, he was playing the College World Series. Bright future. Yeah, he does. I know he's a huge prospect. I only know that because I've been collecting cards for the last month and a half, and he's like a huge name right now in the card world. But they are young. They're still a very young team. They popped that graphic up. How last year they were plus 30 in wins. They went from 56 to 86. They could get back to the mid 80s the way they're playing right now. So they got a nice little future in front of them. I think they're right in the thick of the wild card race in the American League. We'll see if they make additions at the deadline. But it all starts. We had the conversation today, like who's more of a face of baseball right now? Would it be like a Tatis or a Witt? I don't think it's particularly close. I think Witt is kind of running circles around Tatis. I'm not even talking about play. I'm just talking about who gets promoted to Major League Baseball fans. And I think you hear a lot more about Bobby Witt than you hear about Fernando Tatis. That's my 2 cents on it.
Just for shits and giggles. This is what Bobby Witt Jr. did last year. Just because.
Oh, his year was unbelievable.
By the way, this year already, again, is not having a year like last year, but he's got a 3.6 WAR.
Yep.
Really good. This is what the kid did last year. He finished second in MVP, as obviously Aaron Judge was better. But he played 161 games. All right. He had 211 hits, 45 doubles, 11 triples, 32 homers, 109 RBIs, 31 stolen bases. He hit 332. He had a 977 OPS. And I'm trying to look for his WRC plus.
It had to be crazy. Like 150.
Can't find it on baseball.
What about like OPS plus? Is that?
Oh yeah, hold on. His OPS plus was 173.
Yeah, incredible. Like you said, the second best hitter in the American League, and if not for a historically good player and Judge, yeah, that's as good as it gets.
Good as it gets. Amazing.
As good as it gets.
He's incredible.
I mean, that's insanity. It's insane. I mean, yeah, he's a very good player. That's why their future is, fairly bright. He's a big reason why.
It's better than any season Tatis has ever had in his career by a mile.
And maybe that's why he gets more acclaim than Tatis. Yeah, like to that point, and I'll get back to this JD Gouch in a second. To that point, it's a good point. I mean, listen, Tatis's 2021 was damn good, but we're going to need to see 2021 was also 4 years ago. So, when you do that in 2024, and you haven't missed time due to injury and suspension, that's going to prop you up more than Tatis. And Tatis needs to now play better than he's also played. So all those factors, you consider all those factors, you put them all together, I think Witt is way more of a face of it. I never would have ever thought that a few years ago, but I think it's not particularly close, truthfully. I think Witt is one of the faces of baseball outside of like the coastal cities of New York and LA.
Right. Like Tatis's best season was 2022, where he had an OPS plus of 166 and a 6.6 WAR. Bobby Witt had a 9.4 WAR or something crazy.
Amazing. It's amazing.
You know that year Tatis had no triples? He had no triples that year. Tatis.
In how many games?
In how 130. That 546.
Weird.
He's only had 11 triples in his career. Bobby Witt Jr. had 11 last season.
How many has Tatis had since the suspension triples?
3.
3 in parts of 3 years?
Yes.
Okay. JD Gouch followed up by saying Caglione was notably drafted as a two-way player. Well, that's rarefied air, obviously, to do that at the major league level. We don't need to have the Shohei Ohtani discussion right now. Okay, we're going to get back to the conversation, but we do want to thank our friends over at SeatGeek for their support of the channel. They got a terrific offer going on right now for our viewers that you can take advantage of this weekend. Use promo code PODSWRAP. That's PADSWRAP. You're getting $20 off your first order of $50 or more at SeatGeek. You heard me right, $20 off your first purchase with promo code PADSWRAP. All you need to do is click the link in the description, download the app, have the code automatically added to your account so you can use it later. We do want to thank our friends over at SeatGeek for that. And specific to tomorrow night, that's a Saturday at Petco, you can get in with a pair of tickets and sit in section 300 for $42, including fees. So 2 tickets, $42 each is $84 with fees. Take $20 off with the promo code. That's $64 for a Saturday night downtown in San Diego to watch the Padres and Dylan Cease take on the Royals. So take advantage of that great offer. It's going on right now, thanks to our friends over at SeatGeek.
And with SeatGeek being MLB's official ticket marketplace, your tickets are instantly downloadable once you buy tickets off SeatGeek. All you have to do is use our promo code PODSWRAP, PADSWRAP, for $20 off your first order of $50 or more.
All right, please subscribe here on content for you, and thank you for the super chats. You can click that $ below the chat box. Padres fall 6-5. The fallout today was Mike Schilt didn't manage. Dave Roberts also suspended 1 game, didn't manage. The Dodgers who won. Robert Suarez has appealed his suspension. It was 3 games. It could be shortened potentially to 1 or 2 games based on the appeal. Will definitely be suspended. The question is, will it be 3 games or not? He was available tonight for San Diego. We touched on it earlier today, Jim. We all agree. We have also, biased look at it potentially, but we thought that Robert should have gotten more than Schilt. At the end of the day, it's managers, not players. I don't even know what it really matters. But both managers were suspended. MLB said because of it wasn't even because of the hit batter that Schilt got suspended. It was because of whatever. I forget what they said.
Escalating something or unsportsmanlike.
Yeah, escalating the situation in like unsportsmanlike behavior. So 1 game for Schilt, 1 game for Roberts. Schilt talked about a pregame, and it sounds like there's no love lost for Dave Roberts from Mike Schilt right now.
Yeah, I'm actually like Dave Roberts Dodgers like burnt out right now. I can't. I'm
the good thing we won't see him for 2 months.
That's the thing is I'm over that team, and especially their manager. I mean, just complete clown. And I'm not going to get too upset about him only getting one game when I thought that he should have gotten multiple games. Because while Schilt was MFing him as Schilt absolutely should have, Dave truly escalated that situation by charging at Mike Schilt and physically, attacking him.
Mhm.
Right? If Roberts doesn't do that, you don't get the benches clear. You don't get what happened. I mean, maybe, but you don't know. We don't know that. And Dave Roberts is the true escalator of the situation there. I thought he should have got more games, but again, I'm not going to be too worried about it.
Yeah, the biggest takeaway from last night was that Tatis didn't break his hand. And
Correct.
That's the biggest takeaway. And from there, I don't know where these two teams go. I don't. We'll worry about the Padres. But guess what? The August series aren't going to hold the same weight if the Padres enter that series 13 games behind LA. It's just a fact. And now they could be 13 games behind LA and still in playoff position if LA just runs away here for a couple of months. We'll see if they do that or not. But you got to stay a little bit within arm's reach. You got to make this interesting in the second half of the year. You got to stay in a playoff position yourself. I mean, this was unbelievable theater, these 7 games. We said today on the way out of John and Jim, we knew this week would be wild because it's Padres-Dodgers. I never expected this. The 8-hit batsman, all the bizarre back and forth that played out, Tatis, Ohtani. I never expected that. Maybe August will be more wild, but you're going to have to hang in it for August to be more wild. Yeah, and you're right. People will be up for it regardless.
I agree with you. I think it's going to be like a sequel to a movie that has a big hype, but kind of a big letdown.
Could be.
Just because in that at that moment, I mean, it's going to be middle of August.
Yeah.
Right. So hold on. Let me just out this troll here. So Vaughn Miller, the football player. My wrap-up show bingo card always have, quote, Dodger talk on them, and the box always gets checked off.
But you're always here.
Right. So what does that say about you, a Dodger fan, always watching
the Padres
channel, just waiting for us to mention the word Dodgers and then troll the chat? What does that say about you, dude?
I mean, they played the Dodgers yesterday, and the Dodgers nearly broke Fernando Tatis Jr.'s hand, and suspensions were handed out today, 7 hours ago. Right. So would you not mention that? Our Dodger channels not mention the suspensions or what played out yesterday, 1 day ago? I mean,
apparently there's no Dodgers channels because all Dodgers fans do is watch ours.
Just keep coming here. Just keep watching, please. Jeff, thank you, man. This is an interesting take. Quick rant. If you lose the fan versus player guessing game, I guess at Petco, you still get a prize? Lame. Let's teach these kids some disappointment. Okay, I'm done now. Was that the highlight?
that must have been the highlight of the game.
Is that the takeaway tonight? That the loser still gets the prize? Did anyone pick up an X-Man fighter bobblehead?
Was that tonight or sometime over the weekend?
I have no idea.
Rich, you're in the chat. What night is that? What night is the Xander X-Wing giveaway?
Is that's not for all though, right, Jim? You have to buy the theme game.
It's a special thing, yeah. Or if you're a season ticket holder. But
got you.
Does anybody know in the chat? We got over 500 people. If anybody knows, let us know. It's all weekend?
Yeah, that's what I thought. If you have the theme game.
Okay. Well, let's be real here. Not many people.
What else is going on?
We need the Xander bobblehead.
What else is going on for Star Wars weekend?
Well, they had a City Connect themed R2D2. That's pretty cool.
That's cool. I didn't see that.
They had cosplay, so they had a lot of stormtroopers. A lot of maybe Kylo Ren's or Darth Vader's. Who's Kylo Ren?
No idea.
What's a stormtrooper?
The dudes with the guns.
You know what? I'll give that to you.
That's what they have, right?
Who is Emperor Palpatine?
I don't know. Darth Vader's friend.
Close. Who's the Mandalorian, John?
I had to watch like an episode. He's like some like he's going around like I don't even know what he's doing. Like he's like a police officer or something.
Close. He's a bounty hunter.
Yeah, bounty
Police
hunter. That's what I meant.
officer. Oh my
It made
god.
no sense because it didn't seem to have anything to do with like Star Wars.
Who's Grogu?
He's the I don't know. He's a robot. He's one of the robot guys.
Who's okay?
I don't know. I've
Who's
never
Qui-Gon
seen him.
Jinn?
What?
Who's Qui-Gon Jinn?
Is that you? Qui-Gon Jinn?
No.
I have no idea.
Oh.
Did they do that type of trivia tonight? Like, do you know who Princess Robin is or whatever?
Maybe, probably. I would bet they did some Princess Robin.
I don't know. I really don't.
Princess.
Here's what I should do. I should start a channel and I should watch the movies for the first time and just react in real time.
Right. Now you'd only have like 8 episodes to do or 9 episodes to do. So
no, but there's so many shows, Mandalorian this and I don't even Emperor Palpatine, Jonathan Palpatine or whatever.
Jonathan Palpatine.
You know? And by the way, like this guy says, just watch the movies. They're good. There's so many.
He doesn't want to watch movies. And I know you'll turn the movie on. You're 5 minutes in, you're out.
I'd be out.
You're like, I need to go read like a
I'd go to like Whatnot. I'd be like looking for like card auctions, like 4 minutes in. Like
4 minutes. That's probably like too much.
I just can't. I mean, if Jones gets into it, maybe. But
highly
doubtful. Not maybe. I'll do it. If Jones gets into it, I would do it. But I'm not going to like encourage him. I'm going to pretend like Star Wars doesn't exist.
Does Jones like any comic book stuff like Spider-Man, or has he been like?
I haven't showed him what that is.
He hasn't been exposed to any of that stuff yet. Oh man,
no,
you're horrible.
Yeah, no comics, no
like cartoons, no. Like
what? Yeah, like Bluey.
What?
Not Star Wars. No, maybe one day. Mova globes. Mova globes. All right. In a galaxy right here. You can pick these up. All right. And use the promo code PWS10 and get 10% off. These are officially licensed for all 30 teams. By the way, is there any Royal fan here tonight?
Any Royal fan? Is there any Royal fan tonight?
Is there any Royals fan in the chat right now? They have these available.
Like 1 a.m. almost there.
I know, but I was just curious. Like, is there anyone that like roots for the Royals? Because they have these for all 30 teams, Royals, Padres, Dodgers, whatever. You can pick them up. Use the promo code PWS10. Terrific product. Great gift idea. They spin automatically with artificial or natural light. There are no cords. There are no wires. There are no batteries. San Diego company, technology invented here in North County in Southern California. So if you support the channel, check these out. Click that link in the description down below. Use the promo code PWS10. And you're really going to like these. These have been really cool products. We've had them for a couple of years. And you'll love this if you're a baseball fan. Trust us.
Yeah, pick up a Mova Globe today. Use our promo code PWS10. Sorry, no, Podswrap. My bad. There's too many promo codes.
PWS10, you moron.
Oh, PWS10. I was right. Yeah, use our promo code PWS10. Pick up a Mova Globe today.
Now, this is interesting. Someone said a Death Star Mova Globe would be lit.
What is the Death Star, John?
It's like the galaxy or whatever. It blows up. And that's why they're searching for like a new home or something. Aren't they doing that? What's the premise?
Here's the thing. He's being 100% serious.
I have no
this is not a bit. This is not a bit at all. This is a 100% serious John Schaefer.
The Death Star is the star that they had to leave.
I like how you're so serious. No, you idiot.
I'm pretty sure I'm right.
The Death Star is a space station built by the Empire to destroy planets and control the galaxy.
False. I don't know.
Director
Bobby
Krennic
Hosmer
was in charge of building the Death Star.
Who?
Director Krennic.
I've never heard of Director Krennic.
Watch Rogue One and you'll know who it is.
Bobby Hosmer, thank you for the super, by the way. Jim, that's not Jim. I'm John.
John, here's the thing. John would have a better chance of guessing Spaceball characters than actual Star Wars characters.
Yeah, but I don't even know. I've seen like the clips from Spaceballs, but I don't really like the big comb.
Yeah. He's like, comb the planet. And they literally are taking a giant comb and they're combing the planet.
Yeah, that's like all I've like seen.
It's hilarious.
So yeah, I don't know.
It's like a very literal sense, like a very literal movie. Like comb the planet for life. Yes, sir. They have a giant comb and they're combing the planet. They're combing the like sand with a comb.
What's this about? From this Mariachi Cantina song live was lit tonight?
Yeah, they always do a mariachi band
cool.
on Friday nights.
Was that the highlight?
Oh, there's some highlights tonight for sure. It wasn't like a complete clunker. There wasn't a clunker.
I get it, Kalen. Believe me. I confuse John and Jim, and I'm John. There's a lot of people that think I'm Jim and think Jim is John. There's people sometimes that get tagged in mentions like, why did you say Dave Roberts like F this, F that? I'm like, that wasn't me.
Yeah.
That was Jim. But it's kind of interesting how often that actually happens.
Right.
Anything else?
No.
Well, it's because our names both start with J. Our names are very similar.
Yeah, John, Jim, 3 letters. Yeah.
It wasn't initially going to be the name of like our radio show. It was going to be like the Curveball Hour or something.
It was going to be called like On Deck or something stupid.
And we were like, what about John and Jim?
Very simple. We both have 3 letters in our name. Nothing crazy. John and Jim.
Yeah. And it worked. Look at us now.
Yeah. Look at us now.
Look how successful it's been. Look at us now. Guys, use the promo code PODSRAP for Underdog. Great offers going on right now at Underdog. Click the link in the description down below. Get a 50% deposit match using promo code PODSRAP. That's PADSWRAP. Plus, get a free gimme pick. We've got Game 7 of the NBA Finals, folks. That's going to be Pascal Siakam going for 20.5 points or more. That's going to be Chet Holmgren going for lower than 15.5 points. But you can play across sports. You can combine Royals, Padres tomorrow. You can play Dylan Cease, let's say higher than 6.5 strikeouts. You can kind of fade Noah Cameron, higher than 2.5 earned runs allowed.
Fade him.
How about Tatis?
Fade him too.
What? What'd you say?
Fade him too. Can't hit a home run. His life depends on it.
You're not kidding. But it couldn't be simpler. It couldn't be easier to play and win. We'll not fade Bobby Witt, but we'll jinx him. Anyway, this stuff happens. $10 turns into $900. You don't even have to get them all right. You can flex it, get 1 or 2 wrong, still win money. So couldn't be easier, couldn't be simpler. Use the promo code PODSRAP, PADSWRAP. Click that link in the description down below.
Yeah, scan the QR code right above my head. Use the promo code PODSRAP, PADSWRAP, once you sign up before you start to play. I do kind of like this, like our Jimmy John subs.
How are they not a sponsor?
No. I know. But you know what he's saying here. Like, we need to call our subs Jimmy John's.
Because they have subs?
Because they're a sandwich shop.
But is it because like subs like subscribers like subs?
Yeah, but it's also like a double entendre or that's called. Or it's no.
double entendre.
Double meaning.
Play on words?
Play on words, yeah.
What's subs, the double meaning?
Well, subs as in sandwiches, but also subs as in subscribers.
No, that's what I'm saying. No, I get it. No, I get that. Everyone's like, oh my, no, I got it. It's been a long week. We need Jimmy John's as a sponsor.
How is it Friday, dude? It feels like it's like, I don't even know.
Subscribers of this channel should go by Jimmy John's because of your names, John.
Yes, no, a double entendre. Thank you. You need a Jimmy for your John?
I don't know what's happening.
We're back to just like silliness on the wrap-up show, and it's not just hate, troll from Dodger fans.
JD Gaucho says, you see how Arkansas LSU ended at the College World Series? Brutal. Didn't you send me a clip? I didn't know what happened. Who won? I have no idea.
LSU won, right? Yeah, LSU won. Arkansas had the lead in the ninth inning with 2 outs. Fly ball to
No.
left. The left
that was that
fielder
misplay.
misplayed it, like went off his like head or something, and it bounced to this corner. LSU tied it up, and then I think they won it in like the 10th or something.
Wow.
It was bad. Like the outfielder completely misplayed it, like dove for it. The ball like goes right behind him.
Oh,
And he didn't need to dive.
awful.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking brutal for Arkansas.
The catch that whoever made in center tonight on Tatis was a freaking good catch coming in on that missile off his bat, by the way.
Center fielder is.
Yep. Bobby Hosmer, thank you. He says that would be a pun, Jim. What
Thank
you talking
you.
about? A pun.
Sorry, my bad. Pun
I do
me.
like that. I do like that.
Pun-ish me.
All right, that's a good way to end tonight. 6-5 Royals. We'll be back Sunday night. So we'll see you Sunday night. We'll wrap up this series. We'll look ahead to that national series. I think Mackenzie Gore is pitching in that series against the Padres. Yeah, we're going to see James Wood. We're going to see CJ Abrams. We're going to see the Washington Padres here next week. And we'll recap this Royals series on Sunday night, 9:30 Pacific. So please do join us. We'll see if the Padres can find a way to win the series by winning on Saturday and Sunday. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please do that right now. We have year-round content for you, in season, out of season, good days, bad days. We are here for you. Breaking news, trade deadline. Be thinking about that over the next month. We'll be here for you during the deadline. So make sure to subscribe to this channel. Smash the like button for us. Follow us on X at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. We appreciate the super thanks if you are here on replay, and support our partners, Mark Nimitz at Farmers and Humul Casino and Mova Globes and SeatGeek and Underdog Fantasy and even Jimmy John's, even though they haven't spent a penny with the channel. Padres fall. They've lost 8 of 11. We'll see if they can rebound this weekend. We will see everyone on Sunday night. Have a great weekend. And for Jim, I'm John. This has been the wrap-up show. Thanks, Jimmy John subs. Doesn't work.